Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. All praises due to the Almighty Creator for another day. We give Him thanks for life and for every single blessing that we have. Some we are conscious of, others we sometimes overlook. So we take that consciousness in mind and we take a deep breath. Even that deep breath is a blessing in itself, and focus on the so many uh, positives and blessings, the opportunity of life, and we press forward on a new day. We thank those who continuously listen, abroad, Trinidad, Tobago. We thank you all. We are live on our TV. The usual stream, I think, is still down. It should be back up soon. But our TV on YouTube. We are on Facebook and, of course, the website as well. And broadcasting live 91.9 FM. So we have a Monday morning full of opportunity. Sometimes a little patience and we'll find our home, right? It will come. I thank those who had a little patience waiting for me to get on a couple minutes late this morning, right? Apologies for that. We understand our beautiful Twin Island Republic. We understand the opportunities that it presents us to enjoy sand and sea. We understand that, and we take that opportunity. I took the opportunity. Take your family to the beach, take your family out. There are some things that are not that expensive to do. Certainly, if you have money, well, more power to you. But enjoy what is there for us to enjoy. The beautiful sunsets, the sunrise this morning, a little dampened in the north by some cloudy skies. I don't know how it is in central, southeast, but even in that, the coolness of the morning is a blessing in itself as well. So enjoy. Don't lose the pleasure of Trinidad and Tobago in continual pursuit, right, of just what you may think you want as a end goal. And then the journey flies by, and you arrive at, the destination to another place. Time has worked against you, and you missed the enjoyment of every moment. Take it in, breathe. Don't burden yourself too much with expectations only. Right? Yes, work towards a goal, but where you are now, enjoy it. We can't sometimes determine the circumstances that may affect us. Some we can, but some circumstances we are not in control of, certainly. But what we are in control of is our attitude and the way we deal with those circumstances. And, we go into the news. Last night, of course, it was shared extensively. Shocked the population to some extent. But we have had incidents similar in the past. What we can do is the way we deal with situations, and our choices affect our lives and our future and our loved ones. Let us understand and strengthen our minds. So, of course, the circumstances surrounding the incident are not available at the moment because it is something that recently occurred. But you know, the sad case of this young woman um, and her spouse losing their lives, you know, I'm phrasing it as best as possible. Just sad circumstances, whatever takes place, whatever happens, however best we can control ourselves and and move in a direction that is best even for ourselves and others. We have to find that fortitude. So you know that sad circumstance. Of course, she's a counselor for Superior East, San Francisco South, so she would be well known in her community, and those people in that community, her loved ones, her extended family, etc., all feel, you know, that sadness. And of course, even the other individual who was found dead with her as well. Sad circumstances. Her husband, CD News are reporting. I was not sure initially when I saw reports as well. Whatever the circumstance, we have to try to find a way to rise above, to have that fortitude of self, right? And avoid this type of sad consequence. I've not seen anything about children involved, which you know, thank God they don't have to. They are not children to be involved in this type of sad situation. People need assistance as well, mental assistance, counseling. You know, I had that experience last week as well. Someone who is particularly challenged mentally. Boy, I used to have that experience all the time. I feel like we generating mental issues in Trinidad and Tobago, psychological issues, right? Every so often I see a new person join the homeless. It's a sad situation. And as much as I myself, and there are others as well, good morning to some of the officers who extend themselves in kindness and help, Miss Costello, Miss Duke, and others, right, who have that love and that care, who go beyond. But it is difficult circumstances, and the resources that are necessary, the place to manage these individuals once they reach to that state is not really available. I know something, a homeless center is being built in Port of Spain. I don't know, some whatever other facilities, St. Anne's with that limited space as well. There's some private facilities for drug rehabilitation, but the problem is a great one in Trinidad and Tobago. Hopelessness sometimes drives a human being to homelessness. Drug addiction is a huge contributing factor to homelessness and vagrancy, you know, and the degeneration of a human being to a state that is really, really sad to see sometimes. But there are so many issues psychologically that we have to combat in our society. There is that level of spiritual weakness as well. People struggle for purpose. Right? People struggle for purpose. People struggle for that inspiration to continue. And we must understand that and identify that. Try to look at the signs, pay attention to our people, pay attention to our loved ones, our family members. Look for the signs, look for the withdrawals, look for the tempers, look for the signs that all is not right, and assist as much as we can. We may save a life or lives. Right? So that one is on the front pages as well, and we will go through some of the other headlines. But as soon as we come back from the break, right, we have to take the ads and pay those bills. So blessed morning to everyone. Stay locked on to the street, and we will be right back.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Hey Richard, you know I have been saving every month so that I could set up a fund for the grandkids. But I would really like a place where the money is actually making dollars and cents to me.
Boy, TBLA has a proven track record of high returns. I actually trust them with my family's future. My father saved there, and now I save in there. My future is secure. Invest where you and your family's money would be safe.
I want quality and security.
Visit TBLA and find out which investment is right for you. For more info, visit tblamortgages.com. TBLA, a secure home to invest.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Everybody dreaming of that next winning step. From running a food truck, serving meals on the go, to a whole food chain where your brand start to grow. From staycation, long weekend, same beach, same view, to global destination, first class, brand new. A personal trainer, counting reps on the floor, to be at Jimona, your name on the door. From giving a little heart in the right spot, to donating hundreds to help a whole lot. When you play Lotto Plus, your dreams expanding. Take it to the next level when you start playing. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready
to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. It's the season to share the crunch and spread the joy, KFC style. This Christmas, make your table a festive one with KFC. Get the festive box, 3 pieces of spicy or extra crispy tenders, and regular wedges for just $39.95. Or go big with the festive bucket, 8 pieces of golden chicken, 2 regular sides, or 2 regular wedges for only $159. Whether it's a family feast or an after-shopping treat, KFC's got the taste of Christmas wrapped up for you. So come home to flavor, come home to KFC. It's finger-licking good. This Christmas is freeness for So With Flow. Get the gift of free installation with the Link Up or Link Up Plus internet plans. Or go big with the Link Up More plan and take home a $500 grocery voucher. Offer ends December 31st. Valid for new customers only. Sign up at the Flow Milford Bay Plaza store today. Calling all business professionals. Calling the self-employed. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's Choice, is here to help you expand your empire. It's our 75th anniversary, and we're introducing the Build It Loan. Get financing up to a maximum of $2,500,000. Use it for construction or the purchase of an income-generating property. We offer a very competitive interest rate and more time to pay. Build your future today. Apply today. Call 639-8375 or visit mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Building wealth, building futures, building you. Alright, so take advantage of the discounts, the deals, the opportunities available at this point in time. Why not? If you can get more for less. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago. We always, because of the nature of what dominates our news space, sometimes there are some sad, more difficult things to deal with and to share in terms of what is going on in the country. But that is the nature of it, and we can't hide from the realities of life. There are also positives as well, but we want to be aware. We want to be aware of what is transpiring and know how to adjust. We should learn even from the challenges that exist so that we could prepare. We could prepare to meet those challenges as well. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning to you, brother.
Hey, morning. What happening, brother?
I am blessed by God, not by man or woman.
Yeah, man.
I must say good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the international listeners, also to the region. And this morning, I wake up with a message, and a message for the 41 MPs. Before I go there, you see the communist mayor of New York, your Muslim brother, he went and meet
The
my
communist
president.
mayor? What communist mayor? The man say he's a democratic socialist. What happened?
We just call him communist.
Who is we?
And
Come now, man. The man
we
tell
see-
you what he is. Everybody, you put the man in communist category. You trouble, you know. Go ahead, go ahead.
And we see him in the Oval Office shaking Donald Trump hand.
Yeah, man.
And I tell this country and the world where I learned from politics and where I carry 3 things I learned. Because 3 politicians wisen me up. The first one say, politics have a morality of its own. The second one tell this country, yesterday is yesterday, today is today. The third one tell this country, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. This is why I do get emotional. Because they said politics have a morality of its own. Yesterday is yesterday, today is today. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. These is the words what govern me going forward in the politics arena. And as I said that, I call on the 41 MPs to be more respectful to this country. Because that parliament is not a PNM own or a UNC own. It is Trinidad and Tobago own. And when you go there, you go on there to do the people's business. The people's business. You see what that banter thing has to stop it. You see what that banter and calling names always not doing people work. When will they go there? I point no fingers at nobody. I hold no party card this morning with my contribution. None whatsoever. Because it's a disrespect to the youth of this country. We're trying to stop crime. We're trying to stop our youth to be violent in the streets. And when they watch at the parliament, when they watch at social media, they see the 41 MPs being violent amongst each other, threatening each other, saying the words of the nasty words of each other. Will you stop that foolishness? Will you stop that foolishness when they go inside that parliament? If you want to be personal, go on WhatsApp and talk to each other. Go on WhatsApp. WhatsApp one of that privately. But not in the public domain. Not in the public domain. I don't want nobody support me. I want nobody to support me because I know we're based on party politics. I always tell all you I'm a rebel and I put Trinidad and Tobago first. I don't have a passport. I don't have a visa because I don't have no attention living here. I will die here. I will die here. And I want to see my country go good because I have no kids, but trying to come. I want them to be comfortable in my country. I want them to be proud of Trinidad and Tobago. When I see that behavior, that pasa, UNC and PNM behavior, so this morning I want to tell them that warehouse day do not belong to the UNC. It do not belong to the to the PNM. It belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. What kind of behavior is that? What kind of filthy, nasty, sting behavior is that? So disgusting to hear the hot mic. Very disgusting to hear how all you behaving there. And when I walk the street and I see the behavior, we now see a woman get hold. A woman get hold. She had to stay in there until February for using violent words. Violent words she get hold for. So these words what all you used last Friday, it's not violent. It's not violent. I tell all you, some of all you didn't like me, you know. I lost friends for 9 years. I lost friends for 9 years, and I gained friends for 9 years. And I know in this 5 years coming here, I will lost friends, and I will gain friends. I tell Ole that I don't have no thing, because I see people in India taking goat mess or cow mess and building anything for some rituals, you know. And I see people in Africa boiling their nose on the earth with some big things, you know. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Will you go and leave me out? I wish all of the Africans and Indians could have to leave Trinidad and leave me alone, because it's all you. What have this country now messing? The both two sides, you know. The both two sides, you know. What kind of example we set in? Look, what kind of behavior is that? And then we must come and do the people business, and we must go inside there and behave in rowdy words like a washang, behave geometry, behave like hooligans. That's what only fight for at the parliament for, to behave in that kind of manner. I am disappointed in the 41 MPs. As I close, I said I read no political hat this morning. I point fingers at nobody this morning, but I'm saying to the parliament, oh, you stop that behavior. And I call on the speaker. You could show your colors, you know, but stop showing your colors too much. You have to be the, and that's why I say no God. That's why I say no God. If they give the people, because the speaker is appointee. He's a political appointee. Don't care who go there from Bridget to Widmark. All them even in one way. Bias. The PNM speaker of them bias. The UNCT speaker of them bias. You feel that free to say it? Didn't be again, you know. We're afraid. I will cross all that all you. We're afraid all you. Eh? Me not afraid all you know. As I tell all you, in 9 years, I called out Rowley, PNM talk show host, tape me on national radio, tape me and send it to the Prime Minister. I talk shows by name of Pastor Google. No much time she tried to make me get locked up. But when Dr. Rowley listened to the clippings, they said, nah boy, this boy know how to use words. I learned from the best, the king of talk, the gladiator. He said, but nah boy, this boy know how to put the words together. You say we can't charge him, we have nothing against him. I called Gary Griffith as a commissioner of police for 3 years. I called him out for his behavior and for his words here he was using in the public domain. I called him out. Gary never come for me. One day, I in this thing over 12 years, you know. And I'm very experienced in this game, you know. I sit down with people and give them decision and I just how to run this country. People don't know, you know. I sit down and I want to tell people today, I want to that online talk show host. I want to tell that online talk show host today is more UNC than UNC people. Or you send that message for him, you know. Send that message for that talk show host, you know. Use more UNC than UNC. You put Robbie there twice. You put Robbie there in 2015 and in 2020 you put Robbie there. Now there's more UNC than anybody else. I will expose you. I will call your name. I will drag your name in the mud. I will spit on you politically. I'm going to spit on you politically. I will put you on notice. I'm coming for you politically. I'm coming to rip you up politically. Stop your shit with this. I know your agenda. I know why you're hurting, you know.
Yeah, he go on with that one day. I don't know what's going on there. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Hi there, and you?
Hi there, but grace of God.
Always.
Yes, man. I just want to join with Kingsley in denouncing that kind of behavior that we all saw in Parliament last Friday. And it wasn't nice. It wasn't an example for the youths, the young people who aspire to be politicians. Because you would know, Mr. Ford, that from time to time, it has schools that come into our house, Parliament, and they go back and front who representing government, who representing the opposition. you know it is to sit down and hear one of these students in parliament telling somebody to go cuff them down, or telling the other one go and take wherever. Mr. Fuad, at the end of the day, what is right and what is wrong is wrong. It was wrong. And I do have no political hat this morning, because there was a time when Mr. Stuart Young even called Mrs. Kamla Mrs. total name. And they called her in to apologize, which she did apologize. So this is unbecoming of members of parliament. And Mr. Fuad, they carry the name honorable this and honorable that.
Yeah.
But the behavior Friday was unbecoming of these members. So I condemn it in the fullest, and I want to remind them that young people, children are looking on, and they have a future. Some of them are thinking of coming into politics. But the behavior on Friday was very, very discouraging. So I just wanted to join with Ms. Kinsley and denounce that behavior on Friday. Have a blessed day, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, you too, man. Hey, good morning, brother. What's happening?
Blessing of Christ and give thanks to life, health, and strength. Forward, as the latest, this is Pangalang say. When you want to find clowns, you know where to go and find them, you know? Because all of them, they papi strain, the poor in the out and getting a set of kicks in the parliament, the highest court of the land. What kind of respect them setting for the younger generation? And the both sides, there's certain nonsense I hear in the parliament, the bacchanal, do that for the promenade, man. But for what you're looking for a taxi driver, pick up a 16-year-old or 17-year-old girl,
yeah,
and sexually assault she.
Yeah, we looking for that.
Find that man.
Yeah, we looking for that taxi driver.
We gotta find that man before the week done.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
It's plenty of school girls going out there. They look for that pervert.
Yeah.
Because you can't go out there and harassing this young generation and that man. What's wrong with that man?
Yeah.
But for what I look to understand, bless.
Yeah, man, bless.
Hey, one more thing, Fuad.
Go ahead.
Fuad.
Yeah.
It's about born again who baptized and all ring down P&M. Playing like it's more UNC than who's UNC who never baptized and come across in the last dying minute. And when you're coming and talking, trying to cut you off and all kind of thing, I go name him and shame him. Because when I venting, let me vent. Because I seen what's going on, what I still see, to see. I need opportunities and betterment like everybody else.
Yeah.
They tell me, hold on. I hold on. I behave myself, this pass, that pass. I looking for opportunities and betterment like everybody else. So PNM man, who will come across to be a USV, but plenty you last dying minute. Let me vent. Bless.
All right. Good morning, brother. Welcome. Good morning, brother. Yeah, you may not realize he's on live. I don't know who baptized, who ain't baptized, when they baptize. I know you have to take a baptism to move from one side to the next. Very interesting. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Hey, wa alaikum salam, man. Peace and blessings on you and everyone else, man.
I made the intelligence of your callers and them raise all things. Yeah. Paul, it's two things in the world, right? When men using words like communist and things, we have to go to Malcolm X say that we have to educate it to the words that the white man use and impose upon us. You know, we have to study the words like communism, right? Like if I mention communism, right, to you, Fawad, what the first thing come to your mind? That somebody say communism. You think that something is bad, them is Russian.
Yeah, if you're thinking brainwashing, if you're thinking the brainwashing that they give, if you're thinking otherwise, you think about the communal spirit and the coming together of people. You know, you think of a collective when you hear communist, communal, once you hear that root. Yeah.
Yeah. When I hear communism, I mean, I just think good things. I just think socialism. Because it's two things exist in the world today that we living in on this planet. It's capitalism and communism. And I for the past 100 years, I never see communism invade any country. I see capitalism were invading countries. Men like Trump, like France, England, them dealing with capitalism.
Yeah.
And they will have the world like this. So how my brother using the word communism to try to demonize something which in communism, you know, Marxist Leninism, men like Cherry Jagan and thing was studying the Marxist Leninist, men like Morris Bishop, you understand? Men like Castro and them fellas study under Marxist. And Marxist, when I watch it for Marxist Leninist is a better thing than this communism, what they're demonizing, is a better thing than capitalism. Means communists invading the world and oppressing people and bombing them with nuclear bomb and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we had to study these words. We have to raise the intelligent. We had to study the abundance of water. A fool is thirsty. We had the WhatsApp in my hand, what we studying. We had to research this thing. We had to hear what these brothers and them saying. Just now you gonna say that because America say that Idi Amin is a bad man. You jump and say Idi Amin is a bad man. No, brother, you had to research a thing when somebody gave information, right? Even self forward giving you information. And the guy say, go and research. Don't take it from me. Go and research. And own the information. When you research, you own the information because the information come with you and you know forward. And we cannot take what the imperialists telling me, communism. What you believe is communism. What you feel is communism. I would like somebody to explain that to me. What these people and them feel is communism. They like Putin is communism. Russia is communism. China is communism. Them economy better than us. Them invading no country. Them defending their rights. What is communism? The brainwash all your brother to making communism and call terrorism one man terrorist and next man freedom fighter. Be careful when this imperialists gain me information and calling me brothers communism. Brother Kingsley, communism is not a bad thing. Do your research, brother.
Yeah.
I know you don't have the intelligence, but keep in Trinidad now, but I don't call no bless back off.
Yeah.
Back bless.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for just clarifying that for the benefit of all of us, right? Sometimes we leave certain categorization because of how powerful it is, but powerfully wrong. And it has been stigmatized in a certain way for a reason, right? There are competing powers, so to speak. There are people who have been able to seize power, right, and hegemony, and they want to continue to hold that power, and they do so by these concepts as well. Morning, welcome.
Morning, Mr. Ford.
Hey, morning to you as well, man. Blessed Monday morning.
Yeah, I think the society is a little much more. They're much more wiser. They're much wiser than probably the last 30, 20 years or so. And I think I don't really follow the parliament that much, but you know, a lot of people follow the parliament, and I support, you know, to a large extent. In fact, I agree with what Kingsley is saying. That is with Trump. Politicians have to behave themselves. They must understand that what is being transmitted here on the channel or whatever it is, it goes up the Caribbean, it goes internationally, and the kind of behavior that takes place within the parliament. I mean, it's a horror. I don't think, I'm not saying that is something that exists only on Friday or wherever it is. It's a perennial problem, it is issue, and you have certain actors who continue along that line. And I'm saying sometimes people may lure you into a particular, but you have to be strong enough. You have to use your experience and whatnot in terms of how you deal with it. Because you have people, I remember saying sometimes people come on a talk show program, and people may want to lure you down that rabbit hole. But you ain't going there. You're not going there. You say, and I made a comment at time about when they go low, you go high. And it's a good advice, but sometimes you have to go low. But the fact remains is that when you in parliament and that kind of thing, sometimes you have to understand your role there, and that your image is at stake. The fact remains is that anytime your behavior, people begin to lose respect for you. You know? They lose respect, and the goodwill that you have, they may lose it too. So it's important, again, for people to be steady and that kind of thing in terms of how they deal, and don't allow people to lure them down the rabbit hole, and understand that their reputation, their standing in the community is at risk because everybody watching you, man, woman, and child. And you have to stand up to it. And we ought not, and I don't think the population is going to tolerate that. They're not going to tolerate that kind of behavior because notwithstanding the fact is a perennial thing. That's going way back, but it has to stop.
Yeah.
It has to stop. And I am calling on the member of parliament because I spoke about it the last time. I saw some people talking about war and war and war. And I spoke about that. What war are you talking about? And all these things add up. So yeah. I expect better behavior. And I know that it existed in the past. And I'm saying that it has to stop. And in the interest of those people, the actors within the parliament, they have to take note of that because it affects your reputation. It affects your standing. And when they start to draw in the image that they take, you present, that in itself may be subject to ridicule. And some people may say court and all that kind of thing. So this is from that. And don't allow people to lure you down that road. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So just to run through some of the other headlines that are in the news. Of course, so those people who work in Port of Spain, they would know Pancho. He passed away, and we extend our love to him, to his family. We extend our respect to him as well. He was well loved, a kind soul, and a very loving person to all those who interacted with him as well. We do speak about social media use, and we have seen a detention order for one social media user. I thought it was someone else who goes by another name who also posted about Venezuela go and bomb and kill whoever prime minister and post pictures. So I think they might have some more work to do to find a couple other irresponsible, a little beyond irresponsible, right? Sometimes people push the limit, and then even when they're cautioned about it, they continue, right? There are laws that are available to deal with that type of behavior. You might find yourself the subject of a lawsuit for defamation. That's one thing. If you publish about others certain material, but additionally, if your post encourages violence, murder, etc., you might find yourself in an instance where you are charged criminally as well. So stay away. And that particular person, who's not the one who was held there, is somebody else who I saw. People caution them. People tell them, hey, along the post, we're saying what you're doing. And they continued. They said they don't care and whatever. that's not wise at all. I'm sure all now they take it down though. But let us all be a little bit more responsible with our speech, with our language. Yes, you have freedom, but you have to mind your talk your mind, but mind your talk. What we say does have an impact, and a tremendous impact on others' lives. So we can damage and hurt and cause loss by our words and our actions. But, specifically our words, when they have such a bearing to the entire population and public. So let us all be more responsible, including those in Parliament as well. Let us try to be more responsible. All right? And in accordance with that, along those lines, we see the headline where the Homeland Security Minister, Roger Alexander, is saying, don't misuse social media. Good advice, right? I go a little further down and I see this article by the visa chief at the United States Embassy, someone named Mr. Mike Mitchell, and he made a statement and posted it to the embassy's Facebook page, where he's saying that a United States visa is a privilege, not a right. And I think this is in line with him advising people who hold the current visas as well that they can lose it depending on what they say. Right? Breaking U.S. laws have serious consequences to visa holders. If you are arrested or violate any laws, your visa may be revoked, he said. You may be deported and you could be ineligible for future U.S. visas. Follow the rules and don't jeopardize your travel. A U.S. visa is a privilege, not a right. All right, and I think this is also in relation to Corporate Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, Gary Aboud, who had his U.S. visa revoked. Not that the specific circumstances the visa chief is speaking about applies to him, but I think he would have just extended it because people questioned about the revocation of your visas in general, right? I don't know what Gary Aboud may have done, right, or said, or but I'm sure he is able to. I'm sure he's able to go in or to send that correspondence of questioning to the embassy to find out why. And I would hate to think that it's just by publicly criticizing the United States administration and some of their actions that they revoke a visa to travel through that country. I hope that is not the reason, because you to do that just because you criticize their policies, that's I think a bit extreme. So it'd be interesting to know if that is the reason, but I think he's in a position where he should be able to question and challenge that. All right. Of course, as well, Mr. Amory Brown was threatened online by a social media account, and I'm sure that will be dealt with as well. Yeah, man, you come back in. Welcome.
It also a privilege to come to Trinidad and Tobago. It's also a privilege to go to any country, and it is a privilege. It is a privilege to go to America and say, wow. It is. I want to tell, sometimes you share your corn, but you never corn no foul. And sometimes you share your corn for somebody, but he has to put somebody else. Don't ever try to tell me about my intelligence. What you research, go with it with your grave. If you is a religious person and you belong to the Muslim or the Christian, whatever, or to the Muslims, no problem with that. Because the Muslim will tell me the Holy Bible is the right Bible. The Indian will tell me the Gita is the right Bible. You will tell me the Quran is the right Bible. Let us make it make sense. Is that what you would say? You will stand up and argue with the Christians and them. And the Christians will stand with you and argue with you. I mean, I stand and argue with none of all you. So don't, anytime I can, if you try to come and test my intelligence, make a contribution, you know. I don't mind, you know. Because I wouldn't believe what you believe. I don't believe what you believe.
Yeah, but we're not talking belief. We're talking about facts, and when it comes to international affairs,
no, everybody had the facts. Because the Christians will say they had the facts.
Don't get no worries.
Will say they had the facts.
If you're a little off point, you're off point. Don't get no worries.
Right. So why you coming after my contribution? Why you coming after me? Come with your own thing. So whole weekend you have nothing to say. Only wait until the Kingsley talk to come to test me. I went to the debate here. I went to the debate here.
All right, blessings.
No, hey, if you're not Muslim and you feel offended, I will tell you some things, and you're going to put a shop on. Leave Kingsley alone. Leave. I don't care what all you know. Because if what do you believe in, and what do you believe that what America do, that is all your business, brother. Call me brainwash. Oh, in brainwash? All right. Yeah. I don't have a problem with all in brainwash. Leave me brainwash. Leave me. Bye.
Blessings, brother. Blessings, yeah. Yeah. But we could learn, and I thank the brother for calling, even with the definition and explaining communism, because in reality in the West it is a maligned word. It is a word that and a theory that they have skewed because they promote a different ideology, a different economic system, a different social system as well. And that social system, that economic system, is extremely negative as well, right? Not even as well, it has as its underpinning, as we have spoken about capitalism in the past, especially this extreme capitalism that is practiced, the advantage of others. We have spoken about it in the past, right? And because they promote that system that works for themselves, the elite of the Western Hemisphere, to continue their domination of others, in particular the people of the South and emerging economies, and the people who reside in places that are blessed with wealth, right? They malign other concepts which have proven themselves successful. If you look at China, if you look at Russia, strong economies that have been able to hold their own through all types of different challenges, as opposed to the degradation, the decadence, the depression that takes place in many of these societies that are run by this capitalism, as you call it, right? So I appreciate the caller's clarification, and we could learn. All of us could learn. Some of us know better. We just be playing the fool sometimes as well. But in terms of the little tick for tack as well, all that is fair game, right? We know how it goes on the radio and otherwise. If all I want to set up a debate for you, sure, I'll set it up, no problem. We go on in the news, and like we mentioned before, that particular situation where a young lady was abducted and raped, we need to find the perpetrator, right? We need to find that individual. So please, the public who can assist, we encourage the police as well to work as hard as possible. There is quite a bit of information that the victim has provided. I read the story a bit and I said, well, okay, they know where she knows where she was carried, whatever. Now we have to find that individual. We are not going to tolerate as a society people who to prey on our women, worse yet our young women, right? We do not promote that, and we need to set an example and deal with that situation as soon as possible. All right, I see a headline, short man runs off with FCB cash, and in my mind immediately I thinking about Imbert. I don't know, for more than one reason. One obviously is vertical challenges, but two, running off with cash seems maybe in his description. Well, let me read in the article. Okay, a 47-year-old St. James man was robbed of $6,000 shortly after cashing a check at FCB. Right. Well, I don't think that does sound like his MO. 6,000 is small money for Imbert. He don't put on them kind of right. But be careful, Trinbagonians. Be careful at your ATMs. Be careful at the banks as well. There's that element of the society that will try to take what is not theirs. You know, that desperation as well in the society. So be careful, even with your cell phones as well. Be careful with your cash and your cell phones. Take the precautions that are necessary. Pay attention to your surroundings. If you could avoid cash as much as possible, right? Do so because it rough, and we pray and we're making certain efforts as well to try to fix our society, right? Because that's not satisfactory. 2 more police killings as well, which take the total to 62, which is not satisfactory at all. I know there's the challenge of crime and the police are trying to combat crime, but killing 62 of your citizens in the exercise of that duty is not becoming, right? Is not good enough, and we have to be careful that within these situations, many times people are killed unnecessarily as well, right? As we have seen cases in the past as well. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello. Morning, Mr. Paco.
Yeah, morning. Welcome.
Morning. You know, every time I hear somebody go to a bank or ATM machine and get robbed, I just have to call on Randolph Burrows. We need to have somebody like Randolph Burrows. Randolph Burrows used to have them retreating to the hills. That's why he said he take no prisoners. It's straight to the mortuary. Look at what they did to those people in that maxi. It is ridiculous. And then the commissioner talking about crime going down. The next thing I heard him saying murders on the decrease. Every week is a double murder. Good Lord. Nah, man. Good. We can't continue this way as explain our song. We just can't go on this way. They need to deal with these bandits and them. They don't want to work. Man, this thing is so upsetting. And I want to say to the situation that went on in Parliament, the Prime Minister was the one ordered that police officers are put in schools for the violence. Lo and behold, you as a Prime Minister threatening to cuff down somebody for pointing at you. So when those students, somebody provoke those students in school, you say expel them, you say charge them, and you as Prime Minister threatening violence, and I don't want to hear, I know some all you go jump out and try to defend it. But I mean, it is clear. This morning, they're going to have the youths in Parliament, and I hope to God none of them behave like our Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, the way she behaved in Parliament. You have a blessed day.
Yeah, you as well. Right, so 2 more police killings taking place that take the toll to 62. We have discussed the matter before, and like I said, it is not satisfactory at all. We still calling for body cameras. We will come a day and we will deal with that topic extensively in the not so distant future, because it has to be done. It must be done. It is a difficult situation that you face. I do not agree with the last caller about borrows and kill who and what. I do not believe in extrajudicial killings. That is not the solution to the problem. The problem cannot be solved that way. You cannot kill your youth, kill whoever out of crime. You can be proactive, you can be serious, you can deal with the underlying causes, you can deal with the attitude and the mentality, you can be stern as well. But I'm not, this is not satisfactory, and I'm not encouraging the killing of individuals who get involved in crime. Nah, if you want to hold them, charge them, take them through a quick process of judicial finding, and then punish them if we want a capital punishment, if we want life for life, no problem. I have no problem with that. But stupid, desperate, yes, terrifying, actions of theft and whatever, even as bad as that on the maxi taxi, I'm not going to encourage police to go and murder young men for that, as in go out to kill them. And do not be encouraged to take those actions. Human beings, which police officers are, even though you feel somebody directs you or encourages you to do something like that, murder a young person for committing a crime, you as a human being still have a responsibility and will have to answer to a higher being. So don't take that chain up. Don't justify in your mind, in cold blood, with the excess of force, the murder of individuals. Trust me, do not take that chain up. You are supposed to be professionals taking on a certain responsibility. Use what is reasonable force. Do not take that chain up. I just appealing to officers, as much as we dislike even the situation with the accused individual, whoever it is, who supposedly raped this young lady as well. Even in finding that individual, there has to be a finding of guilt. So do not take it into your own hand to kill that individual. Good morning again.
Yeah, I think it's a good advice, a sound advice that you're giving to the listeners and also to myself. The question of the rule of law. And the rule of law means you have to act in accordance, you have to abide by the law. And the police, the question of what is happening, what people are saying happening outside there in terms of extrajudicial killing. The fact remains, and they talk about rule of law. Rule of law exists within your national jurisdiction, within the national system. And the police has to, if you don't have the rule of law, what you have is anarchy. You have lawlessness. Then all hell break loose.
Yeah.
So the fact remains is that, and what Burroughs did then, people accused him of extrajudicial killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And up to today, some people can't overcome that.
Yeah, his name is stained with
To
that.
some people, it was good. They load it and all over the place, but if you can't run a civilized country, that is why you come back to the whole question. You hear it on the other program, they talk about the war of all against all. Hubs and Terry, where the state you get, and therefore you need law and order. One of the responsibility or the duty of the police, yes, is to investigate. Yes, is to arrest and charge. Right? They're to enforce the law, enforcement of the law. You can't be people who are charged to enforce the law, breaking the law. That is madness. And therefore we need to get away from that. We want to build a civilized society.
Yeah, dispel that as even a solution, because it is not a solution.
No, it's not. People must not go down that road. You can't build a society. You cannot have you cannot move towards a civilized society. We cannot be civilized if we allow that kind of practice to take over the society. The people, police, everybody have to abide by the law. If you have to apprehend a man, you talk about lawful arrest. If you arrest a man, you bring him, you charge him, and you keep him for past the prescribed time under the common law. The fact remains is that it is wrong, but it can take action for malicious prosecution and all kind of. If in fact he's acquitted and all that. So the fact we have to be a country that abide by the law. Too much lawlessness.
Yeah.
Too much lawlessness, and that is the problem. So the question about rule of law is where you abide by the law. Everybody, president come right down to the man in the mortuary, the mortician. We have to abide by, and we have to encourage people to abide by the law. That is the only how we can in fact build a better society, a safer society, a more civilized country. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that does not say that we are not going to be strong against crime. We're not going to take strong measures or be proactive against what is taking place in terms of criminal conduct in our country. And yes, Kola, as much as you are seeing incidents of murder taking place, it is less than what took place last year, the year before that. Imagine that. As much as we are still seeing, and it is sad, and we have a lot of work to do as a people, and the government has a lot of work to do as well. The institutions have a lot of work to do. It is significantly less than the year before that. Imagine that. And I know you were constantly critical of the levels of crime that took place in the past as well, over the past few years in the last regime. I know that, because I'm sure you are a fair person like that. Likewise, I agree with you. The conversation and the banter in the parliament, it has to be at a certain standard and level, and we need to set a better example. We are all human, so we err, but it is what it is. We can't call it what it is. We can't call it something other than what it is. All right, so let us ameliorate that problem. Let's fix that problem as best as possible. Of course, as I go on in the news, we see the challenges that are continual in terms of finance. the government owes MTS $850 million. And I read a little bit into this article as well, where certain costs and certain individuals, I think their pensions as well, are due, and the government, because of their debt to this institution, this maintenance and training service, they are unable to meet that expenditure, that commitment that they have, and this is something that we have seen reoccurring because of the desperate, the difficult financial position that our government, our country is in, and we have spoken about it in the past, and I hope we realize, even still in that climate where there is that economic challenge, we're pleased to see that public servants still have that hope and are looking forward to not just this 10%, which they deserve, in my opinion, but also that 10% being delivered to make this festive period and to make the end of the year, whatever you want to call it, an easier one, not just for them, but for everyone, because of the economic spur, the economic impetus that we are going to see. We're going to see an economic surge from these individuals getting what they deserve, right? And I, as a entrepreneur, a businessman, I look forward to them getting money, because I know the effect. I know myself I will benefit as well. And that is how we must think as Trinbagonians as well. We must understand that we all benefit when people, when the population, when the lower and middle class are able to gain. We all gain. We all gain. All right, so blessings to everyone. We are out of time, but it's just the start of the week, so we have all week as well. All right, blessings. I'll see you all tomorrow, God willing. Take care.
9 FM.